What's up guys, welcome back. OCG Metagame Breakdown for November 28th, 2017. So it's still the quote-unquote old OCG format where, you know, Spiral is pretty much completing the entire metagame as it was in the TCG before our most recent TCG ban list updates. The video will be divided in two parts. The first part here in this particular video will be focused on, again, the report of Road of the King. All the links, again, will be in the video description. Part 2 will be more focused on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Organization website. Again, the decklists have been posted from the past weekend, and that's where I saw a lot of interesting things. Since again, Link Vrains, the new hype, the new big pack has been released in the OCG past weekend, so you know, players have been at least had the ability to add in the new Link Vrains, pretty much new Link monsters to their main deck. So let's see if it had any impact, but still first weekend, so give it time. You know, mass released and you know, the players getting the new cards, definitely. So first of all, let's take a look at the analysis of Road of the King first. Again, link will be in the video description. It's at least his 8th metagame report. I believe he used about 37 decklists, indeed, from, I believe, 5 tournaments over the course of like a big week. So from, I believe, November 19th to November 27th. From 3 different countries, Japan, China and Taiwan. So only 5 tournaments, only 37 decklists, so that's not too much. But again, it pretty much, you know, gives us, yeah, some, at least some insight, right? But yeah, again, not really sure if the decklists used here from Road of the King consider Link Vrains releases, since as you see here, the new product release only mentions Summon Sorcerer. So I believe the decklists used here for Road of the King don't include the Link Vrains releases. As you see here in pretty much the breakdown, the pie chart, no big changes, right? Since again, a couple of weeks ago, my last OCG metagame breakdown video pretty much had like the same results of, you know, the spiral image almost like fully visible, almost sitting at about 100%, but this time sitting about, yeah, at least 91 to 92%. So again, that's still a lot, but you know, Spyrals still at full force in the OCG, and pretty much only Infernoid and Zephyra can somewhat compete to full force Spyrals. You know, Zephyra, I think I have a build ready later, not really, yeah, I think so, but you know, Zephyras still have access to Danglong, and you know, with the new Link monster, well, it's okay, I guess, but you know, the fact that they still have Danglong and Chao Fang is like a crucial card against Spyrals, gives Zephyras still some chance against Spyrals. The most interesting thing still is, you know, Spyrals can be played, or at least currently Spyrals are being played, 2 possibilities. First of all, the mono spiral build, and second of all, the Grinder Golem spiral variant. And before I start here with the builds, is that first of all, that was mentioned, I believe, in the article of Road of the King a couple of weeks ago, is that the Grinder Golem for the OCG is a very old card. It, I believe, I'm not really sure, it only has been released once in the OCG, and that was a very long time ago. I'll try to look it up when, you know, I'm eventually editing this video. But that again might be an explanation that Grinder Golem isn't really seeing that much play, even though, you know, it can like pump out so many disgusting boards, right? Well, at least for Spyrals, for example, and like other decks, Grinder Golem is like a 1-card Draco Serpent, you know, giving you 4 draws and sending back 3 cards, so pretty much mulligan your whole hand, or, you know, sending back those brick cards. But this weekend, that has been established by Road of the King on his website, so again, feel free to check it out, is the Grinder Golem variant. At least this particular Grinder Golem variant has been doing very well, and it's not the main decking machine duplication. I believe he also dropped, at least this particular build, also dropped 1 drone and 1 Spiral Super Mission Rescue from the main deck. Again, all in favor and heavily relying on the Grinder Golem shenanigans. You know, keep upgrading your stuff and ending with a very, very solid field, or a lot of like Link shenanigans. You know, you already know that, right? Second thing here is, again, the Psy Frame Gear Gamma, again, seeing much more play, at least it has been mentioned here in the article. You know, same for the TCG the Gamma, definitely one of the more superior hand traps. Again, against something like, at least the biggest advantage that it has is that, you know, you can use it during your own turn as well, securing a couple of plays, like for example 1-for-1, you know, that's again quite important. Another thing here is that, and that's something I find interesting, is that this particular Spiral list is side-decking Trickster Light Stage. Again, it's not completely a brick in the deck due to its second effect, I believe. You know, activating at least this particular field spell, targeting one of your opponent's spells and traps, and pretty much stun it until the end of the turn. So again, a searchable spell and trap removal due to set rotation and or terraforming. That's quite nifty. And but then again, it's like a second copy, a second field spell card needed for set rotation, giving it to your opponents. But you know, if your opponent is playing like Tricksters, that's of course not really the best. But then again, Trickster Light Stage in the side deck. And that's pretty much it for the analysis of Road of the Game. So let's take pretty much a quick look at the deck lists posted on the YgoPro organization website. A couple of lists have been posted. First of all, the Burning Abyss list. You know, Burning Abyss is pretty much at full force still in the OCG. Only, I believe, Dante is at 1. But in this particular list, yeah, pretty much everything at 3, right? A lot of hand traps. No surprise, the one of Vanity's Fiend and the triple Veiler in the main deck. A triple Skill Drain and Unending Nightmare as well in the trap lineup. But again, the extra deck, and that's of course due to the release of Link Vrains, is where, you know, it should be very, very interesting. Double Cherubini, the Link Burning Abyss in the extra deck here, the Heavy Metal Foes Electrum as well, and the Crystal Needlefiber. Again, definitely targets for the Winter Cherries. So very, very interesting. You know, if the OCG is getting their list very, very soon, it should be leaked like within the next couple of weeks. 2 weeks should be a good date, right? Spyrals are definitely going to get a huge hit, and if Spyrals get that particular hit, like maybe bigger compared to the TCG, then Burning Abyss will definitely be one of the best decks in the new OCG format. Other decks that got my attention, was first of all Zephyra as well, but again, as I mentioned before, Chao Fang, very crucial against something like Spyrals, making it unaffected, right? But you know, Danglong is still illegal in the OCG, and that's a very crucial card here as well. But yeah, again, Crystal Needlefiber as well in the extra deck. But yeah, again, Danglong quite crucial. Invoked, we also saw Invoked, well, maybe Trickster Invoked with the one of Candina in the main deck. A lot of hand traps as well. But something that Link Vrains added was, you know, the invoked Link monster, the invoked Alistair, with the Book of the Law here as an extra search target in the main deck. Super Polymerization as well, very cool. But other than that, nothing too spectacular. Triple Instant Fusion, okay, to make it much more easy to special summon your Alistair, the Meltdown Invoker. You know, special summoning something like, what is it called? That Mud Dragon, for example, that can change its attribute. Might be cool. Eater of Millions in the side deck, again, very cool. Something else here is Magicians as well, very hyped for this, with, you know, the new Pendulum, or at least the new Metal Foe Electrum card. But yeah, you know, in the OCG, Joker is only at 1, but I believe Wisdom of Magician is indeed at 3. But the one of Joker definitely hurts. So currently in the TCG, the deck is stronger compared to the OCG, of course. But again, Heavy Metal Foe, Electrum in the extra deck, quite strong. Definitely one of the strongest combos coming off of Link Vrains, of, you know, summoning your Heavy Metal Foes Electrum, sending your what is it called, that Astrograph Sorcerer, get it back, you know, that shenanigans. But again, very hyped for Pendulums going into post the Link Vrains pack. Other lists, let me double check. Yeah, that's something I saw, is again, as I mentioned before, is that most of these Link Vrains lists are from small locals, but if you look at higher, these bigger tournaments of more players, 50, 60, more players, then you know Spiral is completely dominating the format. One exception here is a particular tournament with 64 players was won by Spyrals, no surprise, but second place was Atlantean Mermail Frog, although this decklist was incomplete. But zooming again, not looking at its extra deck here, only 11 cards, but you know, the new Atlantean Link monster will definitely be in this, you know, Bahamut Shark, totally awesome as well. well, that new Atlantean monster makes that possible. And I think Grinder Golem should also be in the main deck, but I'm not sure about it. But looking at the extra deck, I believe Grinder Golem should also be in this. But again, quite interesting. Ritual Beasts, again, also getting a new, pretty much a new Link monster, right? But again, much stronger compared to us DCG players. So with 3-dimensional Fissure and, of course, much more, you know, they have more plays, right? Compared to us DCG hit here for Ritual Beast. And we saw Heroes as well. 6 Samurais also playing like the new, you know, the new Noble Knight Link monster. Very good. It's like generic, only needs 2 warrior type monsters, so a deck like 6 Samurai, you know, Gateway is at 3 in the OCG, so getting like a good Link monster for 6 Samurai is definitely very, very welcome. And also the fact that it can search any warrior type monster from your deck, it's definitely very, very nice. Okay, all the links will be in the video description. Very interesting if, you know, if the ban list drops for the OCG, and definitely Spyrals will get a nuke, and then we see how much of an impact Link Vrains is going to have on the OCG format. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching, and feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.